But where are we gonna go?
Sitting by the tracks waiting for the night train, looking down the road, ain't never gonna go back. Listen for the whistle through the rain and rain now. Who's gonna ride the devil's train tonight?
Hey y'all, it's the good Reverend Jay coming back at you again to finish off my roster predictions in the second installment called Somebody Photoshop Me a New Roster. Now, of course, if you missed the first part of this entitled This Roster Has Been Photoshopped, go ahead and click on the annotation in the corner of the screen to go watch that first, and then come back here for the thrilling conclusion. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the roster that we need to Photoshop. So as I mentioned prior, we know for certain that with all of the characters that are known to be coming out, and the expected new character count is at least 10, so we need at least 2 more character slots. Now, I know some of you are saying, but Rev, Jax isn't confirmed yet. Well, there you have it. One of his variations is pumped up. Now, I'm also 100% sure that is who Johnny was fighting in the Cage Family trailer as well, and I was speculating that might be a new character in the last video. And along with that, I will take back my beardless comment because yes, he does have a beard. But Shinnok is really unlikely. He's only going to be available in the story, you say. Again, no. His first variation is called Imposter, which means we probably won't see a Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat X either. And here's the gameplay shot of Aaron Black that everyone's been waiting for. Now, I really hope that they don't give any details about him except for in the game. He feels like he's got the potential to be the Cyber Smoke of back in the day. You keep seeing him, you want to fight him, you want to fight as him. Just how? I don't think it's going to be that exclusive, but I already think he's got that kind of build-up in mystery around him. So this completes our list. Now, we've seen every single character on this roster in a fighting mode of the game except for Liu Kang. And here's a blow-up of what may be him in the Challenge Tower. There is still a possibility that this is someone else, but I doubt it. I'm fairly certain he's in the game. So is this roster legit? Honestly, I sat on this video for a couple of days because I feared it was. I mean, we have to consider both of these tweets from Ed Boon. If you read those together, that sounds like a definitive, this is the roster without the DLC and everything is done. What about having the most new additional characters? Well, he said probably, right? And tied for lowest is almost the same as most, right? I had been pretty convinced that Rain and Scarlet would make an appearance in the game, since they're well-received secret characters in Mortal Kombat 9, and Rain being in the story trailer in the new garb didn't hurt the impression either. The reason that I think Scarlet's going to be in this is that every single character introduced as a secret character came back as a full character, and usually in the next game. The unique exception here is the roster for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which just sucked. Again, I don't count Armageddon for anything. And I know we're getting lots of reports from press demos of the story mode that characters such as Smoke, Nightwolf, Fujin, Striker, and Cabal have been spotted in Johnny's chapter, but for the most part, that can be chalked up to Boon's tweet about the cast of the story being bigger than the character list. And that makes sense. It's not that much work to do a character model, but to do the 3 variations and all of the moves is a lot of work, and that can be done later as a DLC. And then there's this image of Baraka that's going around as part of the achievement leak from Tuesday. Honestly, I think this is a generic Tarkatan for challenges in the towers, akin to the ones they had in Mortal Kombat 9, though it does give me a shit ton of hope for a Baraka DLC. But maybe all's not lost, and there's still a few characters to be revealed, as Smoke is reported being in a new costume, and the theory remains, a new costume equals character confirmed for Mortal Kombat X. So maybe Smoke and Rain have a chance yet. Past that, we also have the Kombat Pack coming out, which promises 4 additional characters. Featured first among them is Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th series. So what about the final 3 spots? Well, there's a rumor that I've been trying to track down that the Kombat Pack will contain 2 guest characters and 2 fan requests, but I haven't been able to get a source on that. Along with that, there's also this clip.
Will there be alternate costumes? What if I told you that you've already seen some of the alternate costumes?
What?
Maybe the costumes we've shown you, some of them, are the alternates.
What?
That had me thinking that maybe some of the characters that we've already seen could be Kombat Pack characters. Though, as I dig further into this, I don't much think that to be the case. In fact, I don't think any of the Kombat Pack characters are going to be Mortal Kombat. Yep, I think they're all guest characters. Who? Well, first off, I think that Freddy's coming back. This is a reference to a character named Fred who comes back from the dead, or returns again, and Boon claims this is going to be the next Kombat Pack character. And, of course, there's the fact that he follows it up with a bunch of other Freddy tweets, digging up old MK9 promotional materials, bringing them back from the dead, so to speak. Past that, I think we are going to be getting Spawn. Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, stated in an interview that the rights had been optioned by NetherRealm Studios, though he didn't know if they were going to be using the character or not. He does play it down by talking about the franchise not being ready for that kind of thing because the Spawn brand isn't that popular right now, but I think it is that popular in the Mortal Kombat crowd. And on top of that, Boone has basically tweeted out the same image of the Spawn movie being packaged with Mortal Kombat movies and Legacy, acting like he had no idea that they were packaged together or why they ever would be. And if you haven't seen the first season of Legacy, you need to take some time to watch that. When he tweeted it the second time and he acted like he forgot that he tweeted it just a few weeks ago, I became pretty confident that we are indeed getting Spawn as a guest character. So who's the last character? Predator. This again makes sense knowing that they're in talks to reboot the series. Why not push his character into a fighting game and add a little more brand recognition? At any rate, this is what I think the final roster is going to be, and frankly, I'm a little disappointed, because I'd really gotten my hopes up for a 30-character roster, not including the Kombat Pack. Now, I've gone ahead and ordered the EMEA Collector's Edition for PS4 and a standard copy for the X-Bone, and I'll be watching the roster real close to decide if I really want the game for both systems at launch. Though I probably will just for Goro alone. But what do you think? Sound off in the comments below and let me know if you think this list is complete or only part of the roster. Then go over to my channel and subscribe for more great content on Mortal Kombat X and more. For now, this has been Reverend Jake with yet another Mortal Kombat X news video from Chapel Studios. Reach at you next time.
What?